Looking for a man. It's Baker. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did.
There he goes. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Wants to go up top on first down. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Offense gets set for second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Back to pass, it's Baker. Looking left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Going off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll try the run. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Bell. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Right down the middle. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it all right. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21. Give him a yard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Gets it out fast. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Baker. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Adams. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
So 5 days.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that time the defense in 3rd and long, 6 DBs on the field. There's not going to be anywhere to throw the football with that zone coverage. They do a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, David. They break on the ball for the pick.
Yeah, great job forcing the 3rd and long, predictable situation. Like you said, now you got them right where you want them. You practice those situations, all those extra DBs, and they make the big play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Fires to the wideout. He's got it.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Here's the handoff. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 off.
Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. He does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Adams. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
With the catch, it's Miller. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of runs.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Baker. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. Finds a man on the right. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
A run for the quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost it.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Looks as if he's going to run it. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner goes down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half.
Wasn't that shit fucking even starting?
He'll bring it out. It's Peppers. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
That's my face.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive go. Turning it on!
Really?
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He's got the tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special.
Touchdown, Trojans! And that one will give them the lead. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Super. So they were going to be out for 2 weeks or something.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Oh, my bad.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Just going to keep it after the snap.
What?
Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got his man. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Marking at the 17, and they are set up.
But I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Bunch formation for these receivers.
Fucking shamblock at this nigga's ass every time he fucking play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Baker. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The give to the lone running back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll run it again. And some room to work. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield.
It's not like 97.5, but you can't get that to the
Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff.
They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line. Make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
Ernie on the Jets. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Here's a heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. Hard-hitting tackle.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stats of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Got it in the middle. It's Peppers. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to pass. A strike downfield. Knocked off his feet.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
With the catch, it's Peters. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Starting to feel a little pressure.
Yeah.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Shepard. And he's dragged down. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Steps away to find some room. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. Makes the grab on the big throw. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Trojans headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Touchdown USC! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punching in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
Really?
Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He's looking deep. Snags it down the right side.
Oh, she didn't die.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
This bitch is tripping.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Pocket breaking down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Quarterback making checks.
Welcome.
On 4th down, looking for the completion.
Nope, dickhead.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be.
There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Timeout.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Trojans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Peppers. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Trying play action. Under fire.
Oh,
And he can't find anyone. And down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Good discipline defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation. They use their speed to get to the QB.
Unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. No fair catches here, looking for room. Slips through the line. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense the football back. But how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement.
I wonder why the niggas went to the left like that.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
So both the niggas just ran out to the left, bro. That shit wide the fuck over.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money.
A nigga with fucking gold shirt hands, huh?
You absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and